I love your person, man, because you're on it. You're on it. You're a natural guy, man. A guy I want to talk to. Ahmed. Natural guy.
33 in the building.
No, we coming already. Gang shit, Mustang City music shit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think we got a hit.
Yeah.
East Wave. Cook this.
I think we got a hit.
Yeah, I think we got a hit. Young called my phone, he said he's spinning. Yeah. Yeah, spin the block, think someone got hit. Spin it around again, make sure he ain't miss.
Here, we're live right now. On our YouTube shit. No? Broski right there. Energy time, come on. You know we're coming.
33.
Do I look good?
You look great.
Yes, seriously.
What's going on, family?
I'm here, man. You know how we come, man. It's been 33, Mustang City music shit. Come on. You know we coming already. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We're here.
Okay, hold on. So let's start from the beginning. The name 33. How'd you get that name? Where's that from?
Honestly, it's a little bit of like two stories in one. So basically, short story is 33 is the number I use for sports, you know, like basketball, football growing up, you know what I mean? But like the numbers have their own significance, you know what I mean? So like back in the day when I used to live in the ends, I had like 3 of my cousins pass away in like 1 year, you know, so that's significant. One of the threes, that's what 1 to 3 stand for. And then like my favorite basketball players growing up were Dwayne Wade and Allen Iverson, you know, so I just incorporated it with that, you know. And then like it's a story, but like I'll get to the story. But basically, a very big artist in the city. We were on the same basketball team back in the days when we were little kids, before all the fame. And he was older than me, so he got first pick on the number, and he chose number 3. And then I just went with 2 threes, number 33. You know, that's how we come in. Yes, sir.
So, alright, so I don't know where to start with that one. First, what's the story? If you don't mind getting into it.
I'll tell you the story. So basically, I'll say the name. I'll name drop. The boy Presser, back in the days, you know what I mean? So it's a basketball team we had. It's called Recognize the Real, you know? And like I was like one of the youngest on the squad, you know? I never got no playing time, I ain't gonna lie, but I was still on the squad, you know what I mean? So like it was a day like 2 days before the tournament, so we're all picking jersey numbers, you know what I mean? So obviously back in those days everyone's fucking rocking with Allen Iverson, you know what I mean? So like our names are in like order, right? From like oldest to youngest. So like my name's last obviously, so like, you know, these guys are there picking their numbers and stuff. Everyone's picking like number 3 actually got picked pretty late. It was like the 3rd number, you know? Coincidentally. So he picked the number, so now I'm in the corner like kind of sobbing, sad, like, you know, I'm like, that's a number I really want to go for, you know? But then my time came around and I was thinking on my feet. I just put 3 and 3 together and then story, that's how it came about, you know?
Where is this though? We're in Toronto. What squad?
What squad? So it's Recognized Real. It's a Driftwood based team.
Okay.
From way back in the days. They're not around anymore, you know what I
Okay.
mean? Things happen, but like, yeah, that's the squad still from back in the days.
Alright, so that's a perfect segue to my next question. Driftwood.
Driftwood, yeah.
Jane and Finch.
Come on, Jane and Finch, you know how we come in.
That's home.
Jane and Finch all day. Anywhere in Jane and Finch all day. We love Jane and Finch, you know?
Alright, so let's go back to beginning. Let's start like growing up there. What was it like growing up?
Honestly,
Driftwood.
growing up there, hold on, give me a cup, brother. So Driftwood, honestly, my honest opinion, it was like very community oriented, like, you know what I mean? Basically, everybody knows everybody, like the neighbor from the other side, Driftwood Avenue to Driftwood Court, even to Shoreham, very tight-knit community, and everybody knows everybody. So growing up there, you meet a lot of people around your age. Ethnicities are like different. There's Somalians, there's Asian Filipinos, there's Caribbeans, you know? So everybody's just mixing and mingling. You're learning a lot of lingos from other languages as well. Learning a lot of Somalian phrases. Learning a lot of Jamaican phrases growing up in a Jamaican household, you know what I mean? So yeah, for the most part, it was very, like, growing up there was very fun actually. Like, we had a lot of activities to do. If we weren't doing anything, we were outside, like, we're having fun. Basketball, football, we're running track. Just meeting people every day. New kids from the community coming in. We're all bonding, we're all becoming brothers in a way. Like, people from those times I still talk to this day. So it's just very community oriented, to be honest.
So you know Jaden Finch Driftwood personally, but many people who watch it just know about it from like just, I don't know, hearing about it on just like on the news and just seeing stuff on the news and just like reading about it on the news.
Yeah.
So why is it that it gets a bad rep? What is it about that spot in the city? Because I know it too personally. I've been there around, and it's not like how you hear about it on the news. Like you said, it's like regular people.
Yeah.
So why did that get a bad rep?
It's regular people living their life, like, and situations happen. So people gotta provide for their family. These men out here gotta provide for their family, because if they don't provide, then their families can't eat. So they go into the streets and start doing stuff. But stuff happens everywhere in every community. So it's just how you live. That's just. I'm not scared of my community. I'm not scared to live in my community. It's how it is, because there's violence everywhere. It's just a little bit more where we're from, but it's just people trying to provide at the end of the day, because we've been put in like a bubble in those areas, and they don't give us a lot of support. So if you don't get support, you're going to go find a way to get support. You got to feed your family at the end of the day. So that's just what it is. It's not like what you hear on the news is only one side. Like, they don't ever show the good things that happen in our area, like our teams that we have, or like the community center, like the stuff that goes down in there, or just like the outreach that happens in our neighborhood, or, you know, they hardly ever show the good things that happen in our neighborhood. But anything bad, the news anchors are running into our neighborhood all the time, you know. But a lot of good stuff goes on in our neighborhood, so but they don't really show and talk about those stuff. So it's just what the media wants to. It's the media's. How the media portrays us, you know? That's just it, to be honest.
So it looks like to me, it seems like you are a voice, especially coming out of these communities.
Yeah.
And specifically in Jaden Finch and Driftwood. And someone who's a voice right now who's gonna like lead many people that come out of that community. Do you feel like you have a responsibility in your hands to, like I said, like advocate and you know what I mean? Like you said, like speak on it?
Yeah, I feel like everybody in our community has a responsibility to guide and build the next generation so they can be better and achieve more than us, you know? Like, our community, people in our community already did a lot, but there's still a lot more to be done, and there's a lot of younger kids looking up to us. So we gotta just stay on the right path in a way and show them that there's another way than just doing it the way that they see. And maybe you could be a videographer, you could be a vlogger, you could be a YouTuber, you could be a rapper, could be a hairstylist for the females, a nail tech. You know, there's a lot of other avenues than just what you've been shown. So the people that are doing it in our neighborhood, they gotta keep going hard, keep pushing their stuff, and so the younger people can see like there's other ways out, there's other ways around, there's other avenues.
So let's talk about one of those avenues. I was told that you're probably one of the best football players to come out of that region. Not only that, like you're a pure athlete. So let's talk about your sports career and I know you went to Downsview.
Yeah.
Alright.
Down to Mustang City
Let's
Music.
go.
You know, we always represent and shit.
Let's see that Mustang.
Come on, this is the Mustang City Music.
This is personal to me because I went to Downsview too.
Yeah.
I'm a Mustang.
Yeah, for life, locked in.
What is it about us Mustangs that breed that comes out of this side of the city?
Honestly,
like, it's hard, tough.
It's been like, it's in the culture, and I think it's in the water in Downsview. Like, honestly, like, even before I got there, I'm hearing about how they had like a prep team before for basketball, and like the football program was recently just started maybe 2 years before I got there, and like we went from tier 3, we did our thing in tier 3, then when I got there we're in tier 2, we're banging out, we won 2 back-to-back tier 2 championships, moved up to tier 1, this is like my 4th, 5th year, we're banging out in tier 1, you know, trying to do it. We didn't make it to the top of tier 1, but we're always in there, we're always fighting, you know what I mean? So on that side of the aspect, football side of the aspect, it's crazy still. Like, honestly, I didn't even want to play football. Like, shout out my stepfather, like, you know, he like played football when he was younger, and like he just brought my bro to a practice one time, and like my bro probably had like a 2-week head start on me, and I'm going to his practice and seeing him play, and I'm like, yo, this looks fun, like this looks lit, like I'm trying to get involved, but I was really nervous, like, cause football's constant contact, so you know, I'm just like, yo, I'm ready to suit up. 2 weeks later, I suited up, I ever practice, we were doing Oklahomas. I don't know if you guys know what Oklahomas are.
Now explain that.
Oklahomas is a football drill where basically there's an offensive player on one side, defensive player on the next side. There's a lot of ways to run it. Some people run it from the floor, you flip up, and then you guys go at each other. But the way we were doing it that way, we were in a box, some cones, doom, 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 cones here. My first ever football experience, I had the ball, and I was trying to basically get to the other side.
You can run to the guy.
And he's trying to stop me from going to the other side. I'm running. The coach says, 3, 2, 1, ready, set, huh. And I run, and everything just kicks in, adrenaline's pumping, everything, and my first instinct to try to jump over him, you know what I mean? Clown on my side, but that was my first ever football experience. I got up and I'm like, yeah, this is lit. Yeah. I'm like, let's go, let's run it. And then ever since then, I just been locked in. I was trying to learn everything I could. But football's a big learning curve, so just coming from the jump, I'm just trying to play. I'm just running off pure instinct. And then as I got older, integrate, I actually made us lose in middle school for the citywide championship finals. You know what I mean? There was a a short white kid. The man was insanely fast. For his age, crazy. And there was a play, he caught the ball. I was on defense these times. He caught the ball and he ran this is tie game. There's less than a minute left in the game. And he caught the ball and I'm chasing him and he gave me a and then he was out. He was out almost to the end zone, but I ran him down. It was two-hand touch football back then, so I touched him, you know what I mean? No homo. And got him and then, but they scored and we only had maybe 15 seconds left to score, but we never got the job done. We came in second in cities when I was in grade 7. Shout out to Man, they know who they are. But yeah, that was my first football experiences. And then from there, I went on to high school. I already know, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, 12. Downsview was crazy. There's two people I want to shout out particular that were on those teams that the greatest football players I've seen with my own 2 eyes. Nathaniel, Travell, Pinto, they're brothers.
O'Connor looks to the sideline, wants Pinto, and that is a touchdown, I believe. A touchdown, is it? They haven't called it yet. It's Travell Pinto in the near corner of the end zone. Everybody waiting here for the call from the officials, Brent, but certainly looked like, and it is Travell Pinto.
Those dudes were lightning in a bottle. If you needed something done, give one of those two the ball, because lightning in a bottle. But shout out all the Mustangs. You guys know who you are. My dogs for life.
It's funny you mentioned that because it was my last year when the first year, so 2 years before you came, when the first year the Downsview Mustang football started.
Yeah.
And Nathaniel and then we're in grade 9.
Yeah. And
I was just graduating, so I got to be on that team. I played on the defensive side.
Yeah.
And it's funny how you mentioned that Oklahoma drill, because I remember the first game of the season. It was a home game, right outside of Downsview, right at the back.
Yep.
And
the tombstones and everything.
Bro, tombstones.
They don't even know. So let me tell you guys.
About the tombstones.
So at the back of Downsview, there's a graveyard right on the other side. There's fenced off, and then fenced off is where our field is. So schools are coming to our field feeling the ghosts, you know what I mean? RP all the people, but
yeah.
There's a cemetery right across, so it's kind of a mental game to them, but yo,
Downsview's a legendary school because right next to it is Madonna.
All girls school, so
it's a popular school too. And even Drake shut them out one time back in the one of his tracks.
Yeah, we get lit.
Yeah,
with the Madonna girls. Shut up with the Madonna girls, man.
Yeah. So with I remember taking the running back coming down hard. It was a play. I was a cornerback. I was playing defense.
Corners,
and
crazy.
This was my moment. The whole high school was outside. First home game of the season.
Come on, season
Downsview
opener.
starting season opener. 1-on-1. I have to make this tackle. Bro, I got trucked. I didn't even know what trucking was then.
Yo, those I
remember laying down and all I hear is eyes open up. I see people just flying by me. Yo, apparently the man just knocked me out. I was out for a couple of seconds. That's when I was like, all right, this is not to play with.
Was it for you?
No, but I continued. But still, that was a
that was a fam. There's a lot of plays like that. Bro, let me tell you a specific play from my 12th year. My grade 12 year. So we were playing, and this was after our program got a little buzz, So we're buzzing now, and like we're hearing murmurs of like Friday Night Lights. We're like, yo, what's Friday Night Lights? We're trying to get involved. You know, like we're defending 2-time Tier 2 champs. We just moved up to Tier 1. Like, come on, like we're trying to get involved. Get us involved. So we're involved now. We get a Friday Night Lights game against Northern. And Northern is a pristine program. Like they've been having football from since whoever knows. Like, you know, Northern's been having football. And we're like a less than 10-year program at this point. Maybe less than 7 at that point. So we're there, Friday Night Lights, everyone comes out, you know what I mean? Our people from our school come out, people from their school come out. It's at like this big turf field. I don't remember where it was. But there's no home field advantage basically.
Yeah.
But like big turf field, Friday night. It's like 8 p.m. our game started. It's like we're lit. So the only thing that really like pissed me off about that game is like I didn't have my number 33 jersey that game. Because a week before there was an event where they brought some other like kids that weren't really getting burns on the team. They brought them to an event like, and for some reason a kid got to wear my jersey, but like, you know what I mean? And then like we're going to the game now and like the kid forgot my jersey at his house, so like I had to wear number 81. Shout out Randy Moss.
That's
my
tough,
favorite.
That's a tough number though.
Tough number, but I was safety, you know, and I was playing wide receiver. I was playing safety and wide receiver, so everyone's like, where's 33? Like, we don't see 33 on the field, but no one really knows that 81's 33 for today, you know what I mean? But yeah, back to that. I had like, offensively, I had a terrible game. I had like, maybe like 8 yards, you know, I had a little jet sweep, you know? But defensively, like, I was a monster that game, like, tackles. If you guys want to see the highlight tape, it's up. I'll give you guys a link to that highlight tape, come on. But yeah, I'm getting tackles, kickoff, everything. Specific plays, 2 specific plays that stick out to me. There was one play where they tried to throw a deep ball. I ran back for that, like, interception. Like, you know, you guys don't know how interceptions feel like. Interception, you know? And then one specific play, we're down. We're down with like maybe less than 3 minutes left in the game. We're down by a touchdown, and we just turned over the ball. So now they have the ball. So basically, if you know football, that basically means you're running the rest of the game. Like, the game is basically over. So we need a stop. We need a fumble. We need something to go our way. You know what I mean? So their running back gets the ball. He runs to like the left. I come down as the free safety. And as you were saying, sometimes niggas get trucked. Like, you know what I mean? It's me versus him. Like, it's man versus man. Like,
man versus man.
It's man versus man at this point. Like, nothing else is...
No.
It's just me and him. Like, so I went at him. And he... Sometimes the rule in football is lowest man wins.
The lowest man always wins.
So I didn't go low enough, so he went lower, popped me right on my shit. But he fucked up, cause like when he popped me on this shit, he was like looking up. So when I'm falling from the pop back now, I ripped the ball from him, you know?
No.
Ripped the ball out of his hands, and we get possession now. Everyone's cheering, like, you know? We go down the field now, get possession, and like 3-4 plays we score, end up winning the game, you know? So if it wasn't for that play where like the guy bucked me and like, it was just all instinct because he bucked me, but like I realized he wasn't looking at the ball when I was falling. Like he kind of had it loose, so I just ripped it out of his hands, right into my hands, you know? And then history was made that day. We won that Friday Night Lights game, and then since then, you know, got the program booming.
See, now I heard you were nice because I did my homework.
Yeah.
I did my.
I was alright.
I was told you were nice.
But
when this guy breaking it down for me, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, that was one of like my biggest plays still. Like, that was a really good. I had a really good game that day. The only reason I'm pissed is because I didn't have my number. So niggas is wondering, yo, who's that? Like, who's 81? We don't know. No one knows who 81 is. Like, they know when they see 33, we're swagging. Come, shout out my nigga Dre, RP Dre. He was giving us the swag back then, you know. So come on. But yeah,
So,
that's just it.
if you don't mind me asking, R.I.P. Dre, is that your homie who passed away? Because I was.
Yeah. So
ask about it.
on January 18th,
Tell me about it,
2022. I got a call at like maybe 7 in the morning that like one of my best friends, he's like realistically one of my best friends, but like my blood brother DQ, shout out DQ, that's his like best friend since grade 9. Like ever since they were in grade 9, they clicked, and you know that's my older bro, so like he treated me like he was my older brother too, you know? He did a lot of stuff for me, he saved me a lot of times in situations. Like I'll tell you a story. One time, you know the plaza by the school.
Yes.
So we're in Pizza now, right? The madam are in Pizza. you know, we young, we dumb, so I go in Metro. You know, man's are doing staining up the place. So I stain up the place. Go back to pizza. I'm like, yo, man, them, what do man them want? Like, dishing out to the man them. But then the security comes in now, and he's like trying to grab me up, hem me up, you know. RP my nigga Dre. He's like, yo, are you stupid? Like, you guys are not taking my bro. Like, this is my little bro. If anything, I'll pay for anything. Is like, you know, this is my little bro. You guys are not taking him, you know. Situation like was crazy, and from that day I knew we were locked in for life. Like, and then ever since then he's at my house, sleepovers, no homo, but like we're together, we're doing stuff. High school, he had to leave because situation. His girl got pregnant, so he had a kid. But he would always look out for me, always check for me if I needed anything. He had me, just said, yo, link me. You know, so I would always rely on him. And the day I got that call, like, I lost a lot of homies, but the day I got that call is like probably maybe the second time I cried in my adult life, like, you know. So that one really hit home still. Like, I really couldn't even believe it. And the crazy part, he has a twin brother, so like it's basically like I'm seeing him every day, but it's not him. But I fuck with his twin for life too. Shout out, you know who you are, I don't have to say your name, but shout out twin, you know. But it's just crazy, just Dre Way forever. Like, that's my brother. Like, today is November 17th, so tomorrow's the anniversary of his, you know. So we're locked in forever. I'm gonna come check him tomorrow, you know. So that's my brother for life. Dre Way apparel. We have the Dre Way apparel. I'm not wearing the hat right now, but the Dre Way apparel, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's my brother for life. We locked in forever. R.I.P. Dre. That's my guy. He's a real, like, I even put some of his pain in the songs for, you know what I mean? He made me get back in the stool, like, after that, like, R.I.P. That's my brother for life. Like, words can't even, like,
So music, I mean, so you said, like, you just said that you put in you mentioned in some of your songs.
Yeah.
Is that one of your ways that you grieve? Especially, like, when...
Honestly, it was, like, the way I started doing music was, so my bro's been rapping for, like, 2 years before I started, and, like, I'm hearing this guy, and I'm like, yo, this is my brother, like, my blood brother, DQ. He's, like, he's hard, like, how could this guy be so hard? We grew up in the same environment, you know what I mean? Like, he's hard, like, his lyrics crazy, like, shout out DQ, his crazy lyrics. So I'm just like, yo, like, one day we were in the studio session with David Burns, shout out David Burns, shout out David Burns, but we're in the studio with David Burns, Pop Chris, engineer, Foreign CP, and then me and my brother. So they're there and they're in the studio, they're making the song, and I'm just like, yo, let me try this, like, you know, I've never been in the studio before, never recorded a song before. And these guys made a song, like, they are all on a song, and I'm like, yo, I'm jumping on this. The last 4, I'm jumping on this. I was like, all right, whatever. I never rapped before, though, you know, so I'm like, my first ever line, I'm like, oh, Balenciagas for the feet, Balmains for the jeans. And then from there, like, I just kept playing it, and like, I fell in love with it. So, like, went back to the studio with my brother, you know, jumping on a couple of choruses. Then from there, I'm like, fuck, I'm liking this shit. I'm playing beats at my house now. Writing down songs. I don't even writing down songs, like, okay, I'm loving this shit right now. Going from there now to, like, booking my own studio sessions now, you know, going by myself, Dolly, my girl with a little sweetie, you know, for a little motivation. But music changed me, like, it put me on a path where, like, if something happens, like, a lot of my pain experiences, the way I grew up, you hear it in my music, you know what I mean? So
make sure you there for me. She got some secrets, I got some too. He got a Glock, but I got one too. These niggas moving fool, they thought I never knew. It's me and them two, trapping in this.
Music is a key, like, it's a key in my life right now. Like, I don't think this is never gonna stop. Like, we locked in, like, music, we locked in forever. So
how old were you when you went down this path, like, music? After high school?
Way after high school. So I graduated high school, I wasn't even on the music thing. And then, like, my bro started doing it. So I'm gonna say, like, around maybe, I'm like 3 years in right now. So 20 I started this. So when I was 20 years old, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go in. And since that day, it's just been rolling, and then, yeah.
So, I mean, you've been around. It looks like from the looks of it, you've been around a lot of like music talent, especially like locally.
Yeah, a lot of local talent comes to my area. We breed goats.
Yeah, so
there's something in our water. We breed goats. Jane and Finch breeds goats. No matter where you're from in Jane and Finch. Shout out everywhere in Jane and Finch, but we breed goats. We're our own city. We're our own sub-city. We're not sub-city in the government-wise, but we're our own sub-city. Jane and Finch only breeds goats. So I'm telling you, anywhere in Jane and Finch, all goats. Shout out the niggas from Jane and Finch that are in the NBA, playing soccer worldwide. Come on. Come on, bro. We breed goats.
Yo, when you go down the line, not just in music, but just like legendary, music, like in terms of like other talents.
Legends.
Not even in music or art, like even just like outside of that, like in community service.
Yeah.
Some of the people that come out of Jane and Finch locally in the city of Toronto are, and one of the people you mentioned earlier, you were talking about, you name drop, was Pressa. And he didn't have to. And rest in peace, Houdini was
Houdini,
also.
go. Let me tell you about Houdini, man. Houdini.
Let's talk about these guys.
Houdini. I'm wearing the little Hoo chain right now. Houdini, we locked in for life. That's my brother, you know. Growing up, let me tell you a perfect story about Houdini. So growing up, if I lived here, Houdini probably lived on this side of Driftwood Avenue. So we're the same age. We're born the same year, me and Houdini. So we're locked in. But like, he used to go to a school closer to the neighborhood. So I don't know if you guys know where Topcliffe is, but I went to Topcliffe. He went to a school in the neighborhood. But like, so when me and my bro would come home, we would take the bus because we young, we independent from young. We were taking transit from we were in grade 3, like, you know what I mean? Me and my bro together, we're locked in. Shout out David. David was in grade 5, I was in grade 3, my bro was in grade 4. We're taking transit together from Driftwood to Topcliffe, locked in. But Houdini used to get home before and have nothing to do, you know, like, so he would go to my house, use my computer, try to play my Xbox 360 before man's even got home, you know? We're going home and then he's just there. Houdini's just in our house, like, you know? Coming home like, broski, what are you dealing with? He's showing man's how to, I don't know if you guys remember MSN. If you're too young to know what MSN is, you don't know, but like, he used to put like the color, the words in like color. Because man's didn't know how to do that, you know what I mean? He used to change the fonts and everything. He's changed man's name to like, so back then he was called Data, so his name was like Data Niggas, you know? He changed my bro's name to DQ
like
Niggas, you know what I mean? Everyone niggas, like, so we used to call him Data Niggas back then, and then, you know? But just growing up, like, we always been like close, you know? He's like, that's my brother, like, basically, like, grew up together, me, him, Pressa. Pressa used to even come to my crib before we used to go to Sunday basketball. I recognize the real. A lot of man, I'm like, my crib was a spot, because I had, shout out my mom still. My mom is a real one. Like,
we're going to talk about it.
She made sure that I had, like, game consoles, equipment for sports I needed, like, everything. So, like, when we'd go to the basement, we were all, like, down there having fun. We're there, like, 2-3 hours before we have to go to basketball. We all go to basketball together. After basketball, everyone comes back to my house. Then they go home their separate ways. You know what I mean? But my house was a spot back then. Like, it was so fun. Like, you know? But back to Houdini, like, then I seen him rising up. He initially got to start on Keek. Shout out Keek. If you guys know about Keek, come on. But he got to start on Keek. He's making funny videos viral on Keek. And then, like, I seen a post on Twitter about him coming out in the rap game. Back then he was the Houdini, so it was D-A and then Houdini. He's dropping tracks, I'm reposting it. Then he just dropped this one track with Northside Benji, Heater. I think it's called Corner something or something, but you know the track. That track, like, sent both of them to the word skyrocket. Like, that was like their first track that had like a lot of motion together. Like, and then when they started doing shit together, their voices were, they just went up from there. Like,
each other, yeah.
But the thing is with Houdini is like, he never changed. He's always been the same goofy kid, you know, making jokes, being funny. And then like, when he started busting in rap, I'd always tell him, yo, broski, keep going. Keep going, we need this, we need you to keep going. And then the day he passed away, that was the first time I cried in my adult life. So, those are the 2 times I cried in my adult life. When Houdini passed away, when Dre died, passed away, you know? So, that day was devastating for me because at the time I wasn't rapping, but this is before he passed away. He had a show in Brampton. This is Houdini after myself, after all these tracks, right when he dropped the mixtape. So he actually made my bro open up for him. You know, give my bro the opportunity, give my bro the platform. And you know, so he's real nigga locked in, like, for life. Performed, my bro performed, he performed. We're all on the stage with him going crazy. In Brampton, in his own city, like, basically, like, Toronto, Brampton. We're in the city. Had a show. But then, like, you know, after the show, got crazy. Police started locking mans up, you know, whatever. But it just goes to prove that, like, if you're locked in with mans, we're locked in for life. You know what I mean? So, we're locked in forever. R.I.P. Houdini, real nigga. Gold. Jaden Finch only breeds gold. Well, that's a gold right there. Sir, R.I.P. Dre. R.I.P. Houdini. Come on.
Yeah, that deal was hard.
Really hard.
When the news came out of his passing.
Yeah, it's really hard still.
So like, how do you guys move on? How do you move on?
Honestly, the way I move on is...
How do you keep his his name alive, his legacy alive, especially guys like that?
The first part on the way I move on is we move but we don't forget. So, you know, we always go check him when it's time to be checked. You know, we rock his merch. I have his merch, I buy his merch. We repost his music whenever something new comes out, or even old stuff. We keep it going. You know? That's how you keep his legacy alive. His legacy will never die if we keep rocking with what's already out and what's to come. Because he has music in the tuck for days. That guy worked hard in the studio. He worked hard. He worked really hard. You know? So the way we keep his memory alive is we keep rocking with him. We rock out with him. And, you know, everyone, city knows Houdini, so his fans keep rocking with him. We keep doing this thing. That's how we keep him alive, you know? Memory will never die. R.I.P. Houdini.
And how do you prevent, like, cause our city there's a lot of talent, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of talent, and in the past couple of years, a lot of guys not only have we like lost a lot of dudes, but a lot of guys have also been seriously critically hurt and injured. And one of them coming out of Jaden Finch, also Robin Banks, right? So like there's so many guys, so many people.
It's so funny that you bring up Robin Banks because I was with Robin Banks. Not the day he got shot, but a week before he got shot. It was me, my bro, and we even seen Talib Twin that day. R.I.P. Talib Twin.
Like, how do you prevent this, and how do you like prevent all this shit from like continuing on? And how do you like, you know, how do you stay away from this?
Honestly, that's a two-part question. So the first part is like,
especially for yourself.
The way I would look at it is like, the people of my age right now, we are in this place where like, it is what it is already for us. You know what I mean? We gotta make the younger generation not be in the same situation. So we gotta get them in programs at a young age. We gotta show them other ways like I was mentioning before. And we gotta uplift our youth at the end of the day so that they don't get into the same cycles that we've been in, you know? And we just gotta keep ourselves safe. There's situations all the time, if it's a girl or envious people or whatever, but we just gotta find ways to keep ourselves safe. And the way I stay out of it is like, I don't really get into dramas with people over petty stuff. Like, say what you want and let that shit slide. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my life is my life. Like, I'm not giving my life to Driftwood. Driftwood's not my life. It's a part of my life. You know, it built me a little bit, but Driftwood's not my life. Jaden Finch is not my life, although it is a part of me. It's in my blood. That's not my life, so I don't want to die for a block that gave me stuff, yes, but what does my block really gave me? You know what I mean? I'm not dying for the name, but the way I try to stay out of it is same things that a lot of people envy, so you still gotta watch your back at the same time. You just gotta move more swiftly, like do things accordingly, you know, and only don't have too much people around because that will lead to other things. People know people, and then situations buck up, and then you know that's how a lot of stuff happens. But try not to keep too many people around, but also at the same time be cordial with like a lot of people, like, you know what I mean? Don't bring bad energy or bad vibes around people because you never know who knows who, and you never know who's gonna do what. Who's having a bad day and saying, fuck, I'm just gonna shoot this shit up today. You know what I mean? So that's how I say out of it.
Now, alright, this is a perfect segue to my next question. Talk about someone who's in your life, your mom.
My mom,
who's been in your life, someone special.
She is a gold, like real gold. Like that's like one of my best friends in my life, you know? Like,
And I know she recently wrote a book, so maybe you can talk about that
Oh.
a little bit.
Shout out Chronicles of Jane. Shout out Jane Print. Jane Print is my mom's brand, clothing brand, which she gave to me and my brother. So we run this clothing brand now, Jane Print. So go on the Jane Print website, get your merch, all that. You already know how we come in. But yeah, my mom is a go. You guys can look her up. If you guys want to know her story, Chronicles of Jane 1 and Chronicles of Jane 2, buy the books, go learn the story. But yeah, my mom
Where can
is
you find that?
Chronicles of the Jane.
Is it on Amazon?
Amazon is everywhere. You can buy books. She's everywhere. She's a go. My mom has released so far 7 books. Now she has her own publishing company. My mom's a go. I don't need to say too much. If you know my mom, if anyone knows my mom from Jane and Finch, you guys know my mom is a goat for life. Goat, locked in. Shout out Grandpa. My grandpa, a goat for life. He's locked in. I don't want to get into Grandpa, but you already know. But yeah, basically honestly, I'm really proud of her because the situation she was in, looking back on it, she really raised me and my brother really well, like, you know? And like people around us that grew up in the same situations, they always tell me that like, yo, like, how did you guys grow up so well? Like, how did you guys not get twined in? How did you guys not this, that? Like, and I say, honestly, I feared my mom growing up, like, you know? I feared when the principal or the office is calling my mom saying this, and that. I'm like, fuck, like, cause in a Jamaican household, you know what's coming. Them batters, them bruises, you know what I mean? You know what's coming. So fuck, I feared my mom. I'm like, fuck, like, I'm fucking up, I'm getting in trouble and shit, but I'm like, when I go home, it's over. You know, I try to do the clean up before my mom gets home, you know, make sure she smells the bleach, the pine salt, so she knows, like, she takes it a little bit lighter on me, but that shit never stopped her. But, you know, she raised me really well, me and my brother really well. She did a great job raising us. I want to shout her out again because she's a real goat. But like, you guys go get the books, Chronicles of Jane. Yeah, like, I'll tell you guys one story. Like, there's a situation where I got suspended from school. This is when I lived in Brampton for a little bit, like a year. I got suspended from school, but I kept getting in trouble. But this time specifically, I got suspended, and the principal wanted to get in contact with my mom, but like she just changed her number, so he stayed up, and then like the day before I gave him the new number, but my mom was a nurse at the time, so she would get home late. So basically the man calling my mom all day, he couldn't reach her. He probably reaches her at like maybe 10 p.m. On the phone with her, the man is crying. He's saying, yo, I don't know what to do. Like, your son is doing, like, I was really bad. Like, Brampton, because, like, I'll even tell you guys a little backstory before that. Like, in 2007, there was a raid in Driftwood. And, like, my crib was one of the houses that got raided, you know? So, like, everyone in that raid got, like, banned from Toronto, basically. So, we moved to Brampton, whatever. And, like, that, like, turned me, like, a little bit, you know? Turned me up a little bit, like. I was so bad for like 2-3 years after that, like, you know, cause like my mindset was like, these are Brampton kids, like, I'm from Driftwood, like, I'm from the trenches, you know what I mean? I'm from the trenches, like, these are Brampton kids, like, these kids can't faze me, none of that, like, you know? Even the teachers can't faze me, like, come on, you know, I'm a Driftwood kid, end of the day. But like, yeah, and then the man called my mom at 10 p.m. crying, saying like, yeah, I don't know what to do with him, and like, that day, like, my mom broke down to me, she's like, I'm here working so hard, doing all this, and then like, I kind of like realized like what I'm putting her through, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, didn't stop me still, cause I was still fucking around, you know, but like I kind of fixed up a little bit, you know? But yeah, shout out my mom, she's a goat. Love you for life, we're locked in forever, you know? Gang shit.
So, another person I know that inspires you, or like one of the people that your music that you look up to is King Von.
Von, that's my dog, RP
See,
Von.
that's another one.
Von.
Right. What about Von?
Yo, honestly, it's like the first time I heard Von, it's like I was like, who's this guy? Like, where'd this guy come from? Like, you know? Then I went and read up on his story. Like, you know, he's low, there's people in them, and like came out of the mud. He was in jail for so long, and he's just in jail, and came out, and like as soon as he came out of jail, he was on it. Like, Dirk took him under his wing, saying, yo, like, this is how we're gonna make money now, like, you know? And like, fuck, Von like gets me in my mood. Like, he gets me in my bag. Like, if I'm going to the studio, I'm bumping Von before I go in the studio. Like, okay, like, I'm gonna go fucking tear up the studio, you know what I mean? R.I.P. King Von, yeah, he's a big inspiration for me, industry-wise, like, I really fuck with King Von heavy, like, he's one of my favorite artists still, like.
Besides King Von, anyone else that inspired you?
Musically?
Musically.
My first inspiration in music was always be my brother. He
Okay.
inspired me, like DQ. Without him, I wouldn't be making music right now, you know what I mean? Industry-wise, King Von, Lil Durk and them. Polo G was actually my favorite artist before King Von. He's still in my top 5. Like I fuck with Baby, Lil Baby, Pressa and them, Houdini, you know, the guys. And like my inspiration right now is like my young boy. Shout out my young boy M2. Like, you know, that's my favorite rapper currently. M2 like that. When I hear my young boy rap, it's just like the talent's crazy. Like the talent. Come on, Jada Finch only makes goals. I said it enough times. Like, you know, only makes goals.
My favorite track of yours, I'm gonna start with that one. Is also honestly like a big shout out to him as a player too. Is Hardaway.
Hardaway?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Penny Hardaway, man.
Okay.
33. Can't have no broken heart, cause I'm a heartbreaker. Told her I'll call her later. Baby, I'm chasing paper. We took the heart away. Now every day feel like a holiday.
Come on. Shout out Hardaway.
Talk to me about that.
So Hardaway.
The way it's very, very catchy too, man.
The way Hardaway came about, it's just like I was in the stool and I'm like, I need a next hit. You know what I mean? I need something that switch it up a little bit, but it still needs to be catchy. So you know, and like I was going through a little thing with a gal, you know, and I'm shaking it right now. You know, so I'm in the booth. I hear the melody and I'm like, holy, like what melody is this? Like this is crazy. So I'm just like, yo, fuck this. I can't have no broken heart. I'm a heartbreaker, you know. And then from there, I just put it all together. Shout out Penny Hardaway. I was actually listening to, I think his name is Deshaun. He's like Young Money. He has a song called Hardaway too. So like that really inspired me too. Like he's saying he took the Hardaway. So like I took the Hardaway too. So we all took the Hardaway, you know. So yeah, that's how that one came about. Shout out Penny Hardaway though. Still number 1.
How do you pick your beats?
How do I pick my beats? Honestly, when I first started out, it was like everybody else, YouTube, you know what I mean? Searching up beats of like artists that you fuck with, like trying to be on their flow, trying to be on their melody, be on their wave. But like the way I go right now is like I have a lot of people that send me beats, but one of the first people I ever locked in with who sent me beats is Double F Made It. He went to Down to 2. He was crazy at football too. He was crazy. Shout out Double F Made It, but like he was one of the first people we locked in with. It's a Mustang too, so
Another
come
Mustang.
on. Mustang shit.
Another one.
Mustang shit. So like he was sending me beats. A couple of my songs are on, like a lot of my songs are on his beats that haven't came out yet that are on his beats. I have a couple other people sending me beats. I tap in with like Beatmans from Toronto on Instagram and shit. YouTube. If I see them, I link them. Shout out Maldog too. Maldog is a real nigga. He makes beats. I met him through some mutual people, and you know everything's been cool from there. So I use some of his beats. That's how I find some beats now. And then like people that just send me beats, if I rock with them, I just go on and jump on it. You know what I mean? So
You have a specific sound that you like to chase, or like it doesn't matter?
Honestly,
something is hot.
I don't think you choose a beat. I think the beat chooses you.
Fair.
Like you know,
Okay.
when you hear a beat, if the beat hits you, like I feel like, yeah, this is the one. Like, all right, let's go. Let's lock in. Let's do something with it. You know. So whenever I hear a beat that like chooses me in a way, it's like that's 33 right there, you know.
The Ooh freestyle.
Ooh, pipe down, these big things moving hot like a sauna. All the smoke in the air, ooh slap with the smell of marijuana. All black messed up and broski screaming, go get 'em. Come on, the Ooh freestyle. Holy, they don't have. That's in my bag. Like, come on, that one. Let me tell you how that one came about. So. I'm gonna just do it. Shout out Nosa, engineer, crazy engineer. Shout out Nosa. So I'm in the studio with him and I'm like, yo, I don't got shit right now. Got a beat from Double F. Double F Made It. I have a beat from him, but I don't got shit. Like I really don't got shit. So I'm like, put this beat on, yo. Let me just. I'm in the booth, and I just hear the beat, like, and the beat goes, I'm like, okay, like I'm rocking this. So like, okay, let me see what I'm saying. I'm like, and like, shout out to the girls that I told I love them, cause fuck, I don't know what to do when they say that, you know. So that's my first line. I'm like, she said she loved me, but I don't know what to do. Ooh, it's not adding up. Doesn't want me too. And then from there, you guys already know freestyle. Like that one just locked in. Like, but I literally had nothing. That was my first ever time freestyling. So before that, I was writing my songs and going to the studio, writing down everything, going in and basically reading and rapping. Right. But that one, I just heard the beat and I'm like, yo, let me try something. That was my first ever freestyle. Locked it in, and that's how freestyle came about. I didn't even know. Like I kept fucking up on the freestyle, so I'm telling them, spin again, you know. And then I'm telling him spin it back, like we're gonna do this again, like we're fucking up, and then that's how freestyle came out. Freestyle is like holds a place in my heart. That's one of my favorite tracks I ever made. Still, shout out freestyle, man. You guys go check that one out.
Yeah. And then, so your videos are hard too.
Yes, sir.
It's not like not like a little quick, you know, small rapper type of thing. Like you actually put in work. You're actually putting a lot of effort and a lot of like creativity into it. Alright, so let's talk about that. Like what goes into your creativity when it comes to making videos? How do you picture a video?
Honestly, it depends on like the song, the weather outside at the time, the environment I'm in, how I felt when I made the song. You know what I mean? And then like sometimes I try to add storylines. Sometimes it's just swag and we're just with the dogs. You know, depending on the song, it's different shit. So like, one of the songs that have a storyline is Brother with me and Trey. You know? So that one we were just making it and we're like, yo, let's add like a little storyline to this, you know? So in the story of the music video, like, it's me and Trey, you know, we're brothers, we're locked in, but like, situation happens, so we gotta get back up now, you know? So we do a deal, but we're trying to do a deal and deal goes south, and they try to basically get us in the vids, you know? But like, that's my brother, so like, you know, we had to get him in the vids, you know? But like, little something, nothing too crazy. Like we just came up with it like together creatively, you know? And like even like Hardaway, we're just like, yo, let's swag this one out. Like just the man them, we're turning up, we're having fun. So I called like some of the man them, I'm like, yo, you guys fought, rented a little whip, you know? But with the renty,
let's tell that story.
DQ, man, oh man. So you know it's my video shoot, so I'm there, I'm turned, we're lit. We're in the video now, we're like, I'm shooting it like, you know, Nate is my cameraman, my brother too, like, you know, he with me from middle school, you know, we grew up together. Shout out EB too, EB takes photos, so shout out them, they're locked in. My next homie that double up, he does cover arts and shit, so they all work together. A5 shoots videos too, he does like basketball action videos and shit too, so they're all locked in there. If I need anything media done, locked in. I already know where to go. I don't go outside my circle. But yeah, so Nate's shooting, I'm dancing, I'm turning up. Man, I'm cruising, DQ spinning the whip. You know, that's my bro. I trust DQ. DQ spinning the whip. But DQ, he wants to be involved too. So DQ's the driver, and he's driving, and like he thinks he puts the car in brake to jump out and like get a scene with me, you know, but he never parked the whip. The car was not in park, it was still in drive. So he's doing that, and like luckily like something told me look back, you know, cause I'm like yo, how's this guy beside me right now? Like this guy was just driving 1 second ago. So I'm like, yo, how's this guy beside me? I look, the whip's moving, like, and there's a next whip like
almost ahead of me.
So it's like,
yeah,
you know. So I'm like, yo, DQ fam, what are you dealing with? This guy runs to the front of the car, trying to stop the car like he's Superman, like, you know? Yo, the thing is about me, like, my instincts kick in, like, so I'm like, fuck, like, I jump in the whip, press brake quick, put it in park, like, you know, like, within, like, 2 seconds, you know? Save the whip, my young boy's in the whip, like, shocked, because he's seeing the whip moving, my bro's out the whip, my next homie's in the whip, like, everyone's shocked, but, like, I'm thinking, everything happened in like 1 second. I'm thinking, yo, fam, if I crash this shit, I'm gonna have to pay for this shit. Like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, fuck, like, jump in the whip, brakes quick, like, 1 more second it would've been tragedy, like,
y'all
tragedy.
want to see that video.
Yeah,
Because you were a firefighter in that moment, the way you jumped in,
yeah, like I
stopped the fire.
come on.
Bro, some superhero.
DQ, man, you fucked up, but I love you for life, brother. Come on, you know what it is.
Big track. Spin.
Come on, shout out
I think
Spin.
we got a hit.
I think we got a hit. Youngin called my phone, he said he's spinning. Come on.
Hit my line.
Spin, so the way that one came about, it's not even my story. Like, that song's not about me at all. I might say me or in the track, but that's not about me. That's me rapping about the life that I seen, like the lives I see people living. So if he called a phone and say, yo, he's about to go spin, you know? And he spin the block and like he thinks someone got hit, but like he don't know, so he spin around again, make sure he ain't missed. But like, you know, that song is just about like things I've like, you know what I mean? I don't gotta say too much, but like, but yo, Spin is like, it was one of my favorite tracks to make, cause like, it just came so natural, like, and that's a freestyle. Like after Ooh, the rest of my songs have been like off the dome, like everything since then has been off the dome. The most I'll do is like, right now is like, write like the first two bars of a hook, and I'm just riding the beat. You know, so I haven't really wrote in a long time. Still, I don't really write my songs. Still, everything's off the dome. But like, Spin, Ooh, and like a track that I have coming, Breaking News, EP coming soon, Beyond the Numbers. A track I have on the EP called Me. Those are like the three of my favorite songs to make. Like solo songs, those are three of my favorite songs to make still. So look out for the EP coming soon, Beyond the Numbers. It's 33. Come on.
Do you prefer loyalty or respect?
Honestly, respect, because loyalty can always be broken. Loyalty can be bought. Like, you know, you can be the richest man in the world and buy 100 bodyguards or 100 goons to chill with. But are they really loyal to you? They're in it for the money, or they're in it for this. But like, if you have respect for your peoples, your homies, your dog, and they have respect for you, they wouldn't slime you. They wouldn't take your girl. They wouldn't try to talk to your girl. They wouldn't see you shine and then envy you, you know? If we all respect each other, and like, I don't know, I don't really take disrespect in a way. Like I was saying before, I breeze past it, but like, I don't really take disrespect too kindly. Like, nah, I'm not the one. I'm not going for that. But more times I just let shit breeze past. But too much stuff, like, I don't. Disrespect is not. It's not blessed. It's actually not blessed. You have to get focused, cause like, it's not blessed. Disrespect's not blessed. I don't take disrespect lightly, to be honest.
I think also going through your Instagram, one of the things I seen, I think Drip should be your middle name, or designer, or cause I don't know, man. So going for it, like who inspires you, and when it comes to fashion, and clothing wise and gear wise, what do you like to look? What do you?
So growing up,
What's your thing?
we didn't have it all, but we had like anyone. You can ask anyone growing up. We had the kicks. We like my mom. Shout out my mom again. Go like she made sure we were good. My family made sure we were good. Like we had what we needed. And we had the swag, so we always had the swag. So I'm just looking up to the people in the neighborhood, you know. And then growing older, like I kind of stay in my own comfort zone. I don't really branch out too much, but like I just keep it me, like, you know. Trill. I love black, like black's like, you know. But like when I throw in the colors, that throws people off because they already know I love black so much. So throw in the colors and it's like, holy, that's 33 with that, you know. But my inspirations is just the people I seen growing up and like people around me, you know. And like just what I like, I wear what I like, you know. And like I'm not really into designer like that too much heavy unless it's like designer shoes, you know what I mean. But like I really be rocking brands like shout out Jane Print. I'll be rocking Jane Print. This is Greatness right here. This is my cousin's brand. Shout out Greatness, you know. Another Planet. I be rocking my homies brands, you know, cause you gotta support each other, you know. That's how I just keep it trill still. So most of my swag is my people's stuff, you know. That's just what it is. But like swag is like, it's an expression of you, another expression of you. Swag, drip, whatever you want to call it, gear, you know. It's just an expression of you. So that's me. Everything you see, that swag is me. Like I got that. I did that. You know what I mean? That's swag, drip for sale. Come on.
So 33, how do you want people to remember you?
Oh, broski, that's a tough one. How I want people to remember me is, I don't even know, like a hard worker, you know what I mean? Like a real one, like dedicated about my craft, just keeping it true. Fun, yo, outside of all of this shit, I'm fun, dog. Like, I'm the life. I'm the life. If you're with me, you're having fun. Funny guy, cool, down to earth, you know, focused, get focused, you know, shout out to Get Focused gang, you know, being blessed, you know. I just want people to remember me as a guy that was good to be around, you know, and a guy with good music, and, you know, someone you want to be around still, because I'm the vibe still. My vibe's crazy outside of this. Like, we lit, no cap.
What's your message for the next man after you?
The next man after me, if you want something, it takes hard work, you gotta chase it, you gotta go. Like, don't let no one tell you no. Because people were saying, yo, you shouldn't rap, or you shouldn't play ball, you're not good at this, you're not good at that, but nobody's good at everything. You gotta start somewhere, and you gotta work towards it. You gotta put in them extra hours when practice is over. You gotta go to the gym when you don't want to. You gotta go to the stool when you don't want to. If you need to write down, you need to write a track if you don't want to write a track. If you don't feel like writing a track. You know, like, you gotta put in them extra hours. No one's good at everything, you gotta get good at something. You know? So, just, whatever you want is attainable. You just gotta go for it and work hard. Don't stop. Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. So the most talented guy at something, 2, 3, 4 years from now, he might just be going off straight talent, and the guy that was working hard for 4 years is past that guy now because he worked hard. So you just gotta go hard. Go hard for what you want. Always go hard. Sir.
So, first of all, I want to thank you for joining me tonight.
Yes, sir, brother. I'd like to thank you too for having me, sir.
This was a long time coming.
Long time coming. We got it done.
Not only personally are we connected through Mustang and Downsview, but we also come from like the same similar backgrounds and
Yes,
you know some of the same similar people. So I'm familiar with where you're coming from. But you and I met on the football field.
Yes, sir.
And from the first time that I met you, that like besides being a stand-up dude, like you were straight humble from the beginning.
Yes, sir.
You and your bro.
I remember that day, bro. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on, I remember.
Besides that, you were killing us.
Yeah, come on, you know, you seen the gang that day when we locked in, we were all together. Come on,
I gotta put out the video.
Come on, we were locked in.
You were cooking us. It was the OGs versus the YGs.
Come on, we were locked in.
But ever since then, I mean, we've been connecting on the ones all the time. But I just want to say that like watching your work from a distance is inspiring, and not only that.
Thank you, brother.
Knowing your story and your mom and your bro and just knowing everything that you come from, everything you represent is I'm honored to know you as a person, and I wish you everything that comes for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, what's your last message? And I'll let you close it out.
My last message is you guys go check out whatever's out right now. It's 33, so THIRTY, the number 3. I'm everywhere, every platform you can find me. Shout out Mustang Shitty Music. Shout out Greatness. Shout out Jane Print. Come on, too much shout outs to name, you know? Shout out Chronicles of Jane. Shout out DQ. Shout out Trey. Shout out M2. Come on, shout out all the man, you know how we coming. And yo, look forward to the mixtape. Not the mixtape, the EP is coming soon, real soon, Beyond the Numbers. Because it's Beyond 33. Come on, let's get it.